Hello, everybody, and welcome to another great episode of the Gridiron Glory podcast with Tad and Will here, bringing you in-depth analysis of all 32 NFL teams week to week throughout the entire season, all season long. Be sure to follow us to hear our takes on all 32 NFL teams. So, bringing you today's matchup is the San Francisco 49ers. They went on the road and played the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams did end up winning this game 27-24 on a walk-off field goal by Joshua Carty. And I want to go ahead and get your take on that moment really quick.
Yeah, a very strong start to the season for Carty, the rookie kicker out of Stanford, definitely making the most of his NFL debut, his rookie season, 5 of 5 on the season, 6 of 6 PATs. So definitely doing his job, and to come in and beat your rival on a field goal as a rookie, that's got to be a big moment for him. So definitely coming and showing out early on in his career.
But nonetheless, the Rams, they showed a lot of fight in this game. They showed a lot of competitiveness in this game. It was tied going into, the Niners were up 14-7 going into the half. And then, they have the 21-14 lead going into the fourth quarter. But the Rams, they were not going to go down without a fight. They were like, hey, we're still in this thing. This thing is far from over. We're your NFC West rivals. They went out there and got a great win against the defending NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers, their NFC West rivals at home in SoFi Stadium. Kyren Williams, 24 carries, 89 yards, 2 touchdowns. And even one of the touchdowns where, he was going to get tackled he didn't go tackle, but he flipped over the goal line and flipped into the end zone. And I want to get your take on that specific moment of play from Kyren Williams, the running back.
Yeah, a big moment in the game. He just comes out, makes the exciting play there, and it feels like that sort of reinvigorated the Rams and got them cooking and got the momentum flipped. Literally, the momentum flipped as he was flipping over everyone. So huge day for Kyren Williams. The 2 touchdown runs, the 1 touchdown catch. Just a great breakout performance for Kyren there.
On the flip side of things, San Francisco, they went out, they made the plays. They went out there and they, Brock Purdy was only sacked 1 time. 22 of 30, 292 yards, averaged about 9.7 yards per throw. He had 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He had a quarterback rating of 86.3, a rating overall of 137.1. And Tad, as I see you're wearing that Iowa Hawkeyes shirt with that Iowa Hawkeyes logo, I would like to personally go ahead and get your take on Brock Purdy, the starting quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers, the NFL team, the defending NFC champions. I would like to go ahead and get your take on Brock Purdy out of Iowa State, which is located in Ames, Iowa. Yeah, Tad, what's your take on Brock Purdy?
Yeah, I think that he just did what he does best in this football game, and that is certainly losing to a rival. That's what he does best at, what he was known for in college, not having a single win against the Iowa Hawkeyes. But at the NFL level, he's improved his game. He's been efficient. He's been a quality game manager. And as we said, he got the 49ers to the Super Bowl a year ago, and he came up a little short in that Super Bowl, but he did what he could, and he's doing what he can again this year with a solid enough performance, but not quite enough to lead his team to a victory, but a solid performance. The 3 touchdowns, the no interceptions. He did have a fumble, though, and maybe if he would have had better ball security, his team would have won, but since he didn't, they lost. So Brock Purdy there doing what he can, but the fumble there that hurt them. And it was a breakout game for Jawan Jennings. That's definitely the highlight of the game for the 49ers. Especially with guys like McCaffrey out, with Debo out, you're looking for playmakers, and he goes out and has a career game, 11 catches, 175 yard, 3 touchdowns. So I'd have to ask, after this performance, where would you rank Jawan Jennings as a wide receiver in the National Football League?
Man, when I look at a guy like Jawan Jennings, certainly not a name that like stood out to you like going into the season. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, like you knew he was going to be solid, you knew he was going to be consistent, but man, after a performance like that, after he caught 11 catches that were thrown to him by Brock Purdy, the starting quarterback, 175 yards, which were also thrown to him by Brock Purdy, the Iowa State starting quarterback in the NFL. 15.9 point yards, also thrown by Brock Purdy, 3 touchdowns, 34 of the longest catch. All of this was thrown to him by Brock Purdy. So really, it's like you look at this and you think, man, yeah, sure, flashy game for Jawan Jennings, but man, none of this happens without the quarterback Brock Purdy.
So I think we're still begging the question. Where would you rank Jawan Jennings as a wide receiver in the National Football League?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough because it's like you asked this question, but I'm also thinking it's like, man, Brock Purdy's just so amazing at playing football. It's just hard to really do it. But if I were in all seriousness, to really rank Jawan Jennings amongst receivers in the National Football League, I would probably have to say, I mean, he's a solid enough wide receiver, an upper half tier wide receiver for sure. The 4th-year player out of the University of Tennessee. Maybe even like top 15, top 20 when he's healthy. But it's tough because you're also, you got guys like even Brandon Ayuk playing right beside you. You got guys like DK Metcalf. You got guys like Justin Jefferson, which is a way higher tier than that. So I would rank Jawan Jennings probably somewhere between like 15 to 30.
An interesting take. Yeah, he definitely stepped up big time.
A big game for him. But yes, and I want to go ahead and get your take on the San Francisco 49ers without their best player on the entire roster, Christian McCaffrey, being injured. They're 1-2. What do the 49ers need to do until their best player comes back?
Yeah, and apparently he is going over to Germany to get some testing. So I don't know for sure what the deal is there with McCaffrey, but you just gotta hope he can get back sooner rather than later. But in the meantime, you just got to be consistent. You got to move the ball around, and I'd say their offense did a respectable enough job, but you want to see a little more from their defense. I mean, you don't want to give up 27 points, including 13 in the 4th quarter, to the Rams. That's not something that you want to see if you're the 49ers. You expect a much better effort from your defense. You want to see Fred Warner come out with bigger games. I mean, he only had the 4 tackles. You want to see more from their defense, especially with the injuries on their offense. You kind of would like to see the defense step up and make plays, and you haven't seen that. I mean, you don't force any turnovers, and that's just no turnovers. You only get 3 sacks. You just want to see a better effort from San Francisco on defense.
Yeah, you do. You do. I mean, this was just a nitty-gritty game of NFL football. I mean, let's not forget, we haven't even spoken about him at all. Matthew Stafford, 16 of 25, 221, a touchdown, did get sacked 3 times, but Stafford, a veteran, if nothing else, went out there and got the job done for his team.
And he got the job done without Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. So he's getting he's a veteran quarterback that he can make do with what he has. And I mean, you get Tutu Atwell involved, you get guys like Jordan Whittington, the rookie, involved. Even involving Kyron in the passing game. We mentioned his touchdown. Colby Parkinson, your new tight end, get him involved as much as you can. So, yeah, a veteran performance by Stafford, and that's exactly what you need in the clutch, and he performed.
There you have it. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow to the Gridiron Glory. Rams win this one 27-24.